All right, wonderful people, welcome back to this wonderful channel where we bring you back to back update and information as the hot. In case you have not joined our social media handle, what are you waiting for? Welcome back. As the hot, Ohanezendigbo has reacted to Tinubu's appointment, and they have said that Tinubu has something against Ndigbo. It's now that Ohaneze are realizing what is actually going on. Well, ndị be anyị si na mgbe onye ji teta abụtụtụ ya na osita adịba mma na ọdịba gboo ịghọtago. So na ọ bụ na osita adịba mma bụ ife na-eme n'ala Igbo na ọdịba gboo. Because when people like Ohamadike, one of ndị Igbo, the Prime Minister of the Biafra Republic government in exile, we are talking about some of these things. Now they kind of came up with it. Ojukwu did it, and find out that his people, who he was fighting for, we are not supporting him. There is nothing that makes one weak like when you are fighting for a people. And you find out that these people will be say you they fight for, you they struggle, they try your best, say make you see how they go get freedom. They know they understand you. That's the same thing that happened with Ojukwu. Some Igbo people went up in 1970, something, 1967 to 1970, betrayed him. He was betrayed. His people left him. Those who are looking for money started sabotaging work. The sabo that is going on in Biafra land did not start today. It started since. Now, Ohanezendigbo are realizing their mistakes, that Tinubu is not favoring Ndigbo. Look at all the appointments, all the ministerial appointments. How many Igbo man did you see there? So now, the Ohaneze have looked at these things and they felt that, oh, this is time they need to talk. Meanwhile, ever since that you people need to talk, ever since that you people need to discuss matters that concerns this thing, ever since that you need to be putting mouth in this thing, you don't want to talk because you are looking for favor. And politicians know how to manage people who then are ike. Because Ohanezendigbo na Nigerian politicians ike. Yes, Ohanezendigbo na Nigerian politicians ike. If not, what is happening will not be happening. They could have supported their brother. Now let me take you to that news so that you will see what is happening. They said the Njiko Igbo Forum, an affiliate of the APES Igbo Social Cultural Organization, Ohanezendigbo, has declared that the Nigerian federal government is on war path with the Igbo population. The forum, in a statement released by the president of the forum, Reverend Okechukwu Obioha, stated that the people of the Southeast region are not appeased by the government's effort to mitigate the impact of the recent petrol subsidy removal. Reverend Obioha strongly frowned at what he described as insensitive and discrimination policies implemented by successive administrations, characterizing them as a severe infringement on the physique of Igbo populace within the nation. He pointed out that despite numerous years having passed since the Civil War, the Southeast community still feels marginalized and subjugated. Drawing attention to the neglect of the Eastern Rail Corridor, Reverend Obioha contended that this abandonment signifies the government's disregard for the Igbos' inclusion in development agenda. The absence of equity, justice, and fairness is evident. No amount of palliative measures provided by the federal government to the southeastern region can sufficiently compensate them, especially as the Eastern Rail corridors continue to languish in neglect, Reverend Obioha asserted. These assertions come at a time when protests are escalating within the region due to discontent over the distribution of ministerial positions by the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. The Northeast holds 10 ministerial slots, the Southwest has 9, while the Southeast trails behind with its allotted 5 slots. However, the final list of ministerial portfolio announced by Tinubu administration reveals only 4 major ministers and 1 junior minister from Southeast. The appointed ministers are Doris Anite, Minister of Industry, Trade and Investment; Uche Nnaji, Minister of Innovation, Science and Technology; Nkiruka Onyejocha, Minister of State, Labour and Employment; Uju Kennedy, Minister of Women Affairs; and David Umahi, Minister of Works. This allocation has further intensified the sentiment that the conflict between the federal government and the Igbo community is ongoing and deeply rooted. So now, you now don't see the eyes of Ohanezendigbo is now opening. Because when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was talking about all these things, doing some exposition, doing some lectures, and all his lectures are aimed at opening the eyes of Ndigbo to understand what is actually going on in the land, to understand how these people sees Ndigbo, to understand how these people address Ndigbo, what these people believe about Ndigbo. Nobody wants to understand it. And people started kicking against him. You are talking against the government. You are spoiling our land. Today, we went on interview. We are talking to many people. Transporters, they were saying that they are tired. They are tired. Many people are saying they are tired, and whatever it will take for Biafra to come, that they are ready to bear it because the suffering is becoming too much. If you go to the market now, some markets that used to be, very busy, they are no more busy again because people are not there. People are not there. Is it not if you have money, that's when you will go to market? But many people don't have money. They don't even have the way without. They don't even have, what it takes to move about these days. People are just packaging themselves because there is no money again. And upon that, you find out that when you even come to the policy of this nation, these people don't even care what happens to the Igbo man. All they do is their own thing. Look at the ministerial allocation. Now, the eyes of Ohanezendigbo have started opening small. But my problem is that their eyes is opening, but they have not decided to speak the real truth and say what the real matter is. Everybody is lamenting about the what is it called? The sit at home. Meanwhile, if you go and ask the masses, you will find out that these people are obeying this sit at home with all their heart because they want the Biafra freedom, because they want to be free, because many people want to be free. It's just that they will not come out and say it to you, except if they understand that you are someone who have good interest, who will allow them to speak out their mind. Like those of us who are newscasters, when they see us that, that we don't mean no harm, you see people opening their heart, telling you that, man, this thing that is happening in this nation, we are tired of it. We are tired. We want to be out of this nation. One man, as we are interviewing him, he said, let it be that they say that Ndigbo does not love themselves. He said it's better that Biafra comes. Let it be between Ndigbo and Ndigbo. That as it stands now, that Ndigbo does not even know who is killing them. And that is true. Now, I think I'm happy that the eyes of Ohaneze have started opening small. It has started opening because before they were very blind at what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was saying. They were very blind at what Mazi Simon Ekpa was saying. They were very blind at what Ojukwu was saying, even though at a point in time Ojukwu stopped because he saw that his brothers were not supporting him. And he thought that he will bring party like Apoga in the southeast so that through that he will be able to take over. But the Apoga is not doing anything. Even himself, it looks as if these people have bought Apoga over. Because if you look at what Apoga is doing now, you will find out that they are a party that have been bought over. When Soludo came into office, there was chaos in Anambra State. But once the IPOB people saw that Apoga was the one about to win the election, they calmed everything to show you that these people can still calm the situation. Meanwhile, I go to wind down the curtain here, and if not the first time wey be say they carry join us for this wonderful channel, kindly go on and subscribe to our channel, like, share, comment, and also remember to on your notification button.